Hi Soul Fam, happy Monday. Welcome back to our channel, and please excuse my very casual dress today. I am makeup free and I'm in my sweatshirt that says "No Tears Left to Cry" upside down from when I was Ariana Grande for Halloween a few years ago. Today has been bananas, hence why this video is going up so late. I usually post them a little bit earlier on in the day, but yeah, I feel like I've just been like playing catch up. I remember last week in our reading, teams shared that last week was a week to really be closing out old cycles, that Ten of Swords energy, and like try to get things done that have been lingering. And that was definitely the kick in the booty I needed last week, but it seems to be continuing through this week for me, so I'm not sure if that's true for you as well. But I keep like getting ahead, and then something else pops up. I'm like, oh, that needs my attention. Oh, that needs to be problem solved. Oh, that needs to be something. So here we are, a little late, and I almost didn't do it, and I was like, no, I really want to be here. I really want to be here. So here we are, and let's dive in. Working in the light and the highest for everyone here is greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed, and protected. There's as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team and each and every person who is here, welcoming their team forward. What would you like us to know this week? What are we in? Second week of February. Or whenever you're seeing this video, please trust it found you at exactly the right time. What to understand. Okay, so 2 cards, single card, and single card. Let's start with the 2 cards here. So, okay, beautiful. Queen of Swords. Oh, and 4 of Cups. I'll show you them in just a minute, but I want to highlight these are both very intuitively strong cards. Queen of Swords is the intuitive queen, and 4 of Cups is asking you to kind of drop out of the headspace and come into the intuition / into what's the most important, right? Like, even if something, for example, let's use what I was talking about before, like gets dropped on your plate and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for this. If that thing that gets dropped on your plate is really important, let it become a priority instead of trying to get through that list. Like, shift the list, the order of the list around. It's kind of like there's this parenting analogy you may have heard, like we have glass balls and plastic balls and we're constantly juggling all of them, and there are some and we're going to drop some, but is the ball we're going to drop a glass ball or a plastic ball? Because a plastic ball is going to bounce and it's going to be fine and we're going to run and we're going to get it and we can do that later. But if we drop a glass ball, it's going to break and we can't repair that, right? Or it's going to take a lot more effort to repair. So kind of thinking about that this week and leaning on your intuition and not even so much your intuition, but like your highest self and your wisdom, kind of like the zoomed out lens, in order to help you identify what's a plastic ball, what's a glass ball, what is a priority or needs to become or take priority over the other things that might seem really important at the time, and maybe they are, but they don't actually have to happen right now. You wanted them to because you're trying to get things done, but maybe we do need to allow this other thing to take priority. So I'm very curious how that's going to manifest for you this week. If it's not already, just let it plant the seed. But essentially, glass balls, plastic balls, okay? But I'll show you these cards. First one here, Queen of Swords. She's so beautiful. This is the card of action, and again, of intuition. So if we're actually going to be, so this is the main card, and then the second card, 4 of Cups, is the how-to. So focus this week is intuitive action, intuitively aligned action. A little, it's like what they already said, but more so with this, it's very much about, it feels like it's going to be a busy week. And some of you might not really know that yet, but it just somehow feels busy. I don't know how else to describe that. It could be an energy. It could be, again, like your to-do list. It might not be busy now, but then it becomes busy. There might just be kind of a lot going on. But Queen of Swords reminds you not to get distracted by the busyness and rather be leading from a really intuitive space. So again, this is going to be how to know what to prioritize. This is going to be even like what decisions to make. Like if you're presented with decisions, tapping into which one is most aligned with myself and my highest self and my truest self versus maybe what's trendy or what I think I should do or what's the most responsible thing or, you know, things like that. Queen of Swords reminds us too that we are the leader of our own life. And if it feels right to us, we do not need to explain that to anyone else. People might not understand why we're doing what we want to do. People might try to sway you away from what you want to do or what you know to be true for you. But Queen of Swords reminds you, no, this is your life. This is your path. These are your decisions. And yeah, this is the week to start taking action. So if you've been, remember before we were in this very like slow energy now, and they were talking a lot about like getting the momentum up, getting the ball rolling. It's now. The time is now. So I don't want you to force anything, but I do want you to really start or really understand that because there's busy energy, we can optimize on that and use it to our advantage and start making really aligned intuitive action decisions, like going for things, like trusting our gut, just like wherever we feel like we need to move, you create the movement, and now is the time to do that. How we're going to do this, our guidance here is Four of Cups. This is through expanding our view and our perspective. If you see here, the eyes are hyper focused on these three cups, but because they're so hyper focused here, they're missing this cup up here. They're missing not only the intuitive voice and the intuitive wisdom, but that's also this is kind of the balance of like action and trying not to micromanage, right? So Queen of Swords is like, yes, do it your way. We need to move forward, trust your intuition. And if things aren't flowing and we're pushing too hard, and it's just not working, might it be because there's another way? And we actually need to take a step back and be like, ooh, okay, hang on. Okay, team. Okay, spirit. Okay, highest self. Okay, God. Okay, intuition. Okay, source. Is there another way that I'm missing because I'm so hyper-focused on my way or the highway that this could be done easier or more effectively or more efficiently or in a lighter energy or truly more in alignment with myself? Am I trying to push something that's ego-driven, right? Are they going to like it? Is that going to make me seem successful to them? Is that going to prove that all this hard work was for something? Ego? Or is it, I've been doing all this stuff, focusing so hard on all of this right here, that I'm forgetting that when I zoom out, who's this all for? Oh yeah, it's for me. So what do I want? This is to make me feel good. So what's going to make me feel good? This is to encourage me to create change and action in my life. So what do I want my life to look like? And how can I start moving there? We've had so many messages these past few months even around manifestation. These questions, what do I want my life to look like? How do I want it to feel? They're coming back to it this week, but again, reminding you to zoom out so that you can almost zoom out so you can see the mirror and be like, whoa, I've been doing all that stuff for an expectation or a fear of judgment or whatever else. Wait, I'm the queen. And it's time to start making some moves. So what moves do I want to make? I'm going to try. And then if they're not working, I'm going to pause again. And I'm going to zoom out again. I'm going to go, okay, spirit, show me the way. Right? And maybe the way is the pause. Maybe you start taking action and then it's like, take a minute, let it settle. And then once it's settled, okay, then we start again. So there's a lot of different ways that this is coming through. Remember, this is a collective reading. So take what serves, leave the rest, because for some of you, certain things are going to resonate and others not. Or maybe you're like, no, this is all for me, which is fantastic as well. But really this week is, with these cards, reminder to not get stuck in our ways. Remember why we are doing things and know that the why should always be authentic self. And we get to create our own life. So what is that for you? And lastly, it's the week to start taking some action. It might only be one step, and that's okay. But we got to start moving, and it's going to come from us. Okay? Cool. All right. And if you are still in the process or have not started your closing of cycles, wrapping things up, tying up loose ends from energy last week, please continue that this week. Okay? Because that's part of it. We need to close things out to make space to create what it is we want. okay? All right, then we have Three of Pentacles. Beautiful, Three of Pentacles. So this is the card of community. This is also the card, the way it's coming through this week is like not being so hard on yourself, not judging yourself. This is the card of reminding yourself that every single individual role is important and is as important as anyone else's. In this card, we have the bees, the flowers, and the sun, and each one is integral to making that honey, to creating that sweetness. Right? If the bees didn't have the flowers, no honey. If the flowers didn't have the sun, no honey. If the sun, well, I guess the sun doesn't need any of it, but it still doesn't make it better, because what's the point of having this big, beautiful, shiny sun if everything is just scorched, right? So really though, this is about understanding that every role is unique in its own way. And so for those of you, and I'm smiling because I needed to hear this, for those of you that wear many hats, number one, this is part one, then there's a part two, but each of your roles, partner, roommate, mother, worker bee, lover, human being, individual, creative, problem solver, like all of these roles are as important as the next and as important as someone else's. So if you've been feeling like, oh my God, I'm just like stuck in this thing, no, please give yourself some love and grace, because that role, it's a part of you and it's very important, okay? It's very important and it's very valuable. So please value it. Part two of that is, if you are in that community setting and or your perception of community, i.e. seeing what other people are doing out there, right? Whether it's social media, hearing what your friends are up to, et cetera, what you are doing, even if you feel ahead or behind of someone else, is as valuable as what someone else is doing. And we're talking, positive things, not hurting other people. But I love that saying. It's like, don't compare your step 1 to someone else's step 10 and vice versa. Let's not judge someone else for being at step 1 because we're at step 10. Everyone's journey is going to have its own timeline, and everyone's way they walk their journey is going to be unique. And thank goodness it is, because that's how we get variety and that's how we get magic. So Three of Pentacles is reminding you to stop comparing yourself, whether it's self-comparison or meaning like, I'm just a mom. That's like, what am I doing? What? No, you're like raising humans. That's amazing. Or, oh God, everything in my work is going so slowly. And like, here they are freaking crushing it. Like what? No, they're at step 7. You're at step 3. That's okay. That's great. Be there. Accept it. You are as valuable. You are as important in the grand scheme of everything, because we are all connected. So finding value in yourself and where you are, that feels really important this week. And then last piece of this card, community. Hang out with your friends, call your mom if you can, pray if she is not here, or whoever it is. Go to a class, go out to dinner if you can. Like it just feels very, community driven. So it doesn't have to be so much, like don't burn out, but if you feel called to connect with others, find a way to connect with others. Okay. And then lastly, wow, another queen, really divine feminine energy here. And yeah, this is gorgeous. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about money. Yes, if you have been stressed about money, you are abundant and you are going to be abundant, but you have to believe that. You have to trust that. It is in your energy to be financially abundant and abundant in all the other ways. But if you don't believe it, how can you expect to receive it? So we got to start with believing it. I am abundant. I am worthy of abundance. Abundance flows to me with effortless ease. I create abundance with joy. I am worthy of receiving all the abundance in the world, in the universe. I am abundant. Please practice those mantras this week. It's so important. If you've been feeling stuck in money, I want you, this comes back to the ideas from last week. Remember they said you've been having ideas? Keep ruminating on those ideas, because those ideas are probably going to be what brings you that financial abundance that you seek, in addition to you trusting that you are worthy of creating and receiving it. That's got to actually come first, okay? Because otherwise, there's a misalignment in energy and it doesn't happen. I don't know how that works. All I know is that that's true, okay? So I am abundant. I am open to any way the universe wants to bring me that financial abundance. I am open to receiving it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And then continuation from last week again, those ideas you've been having, because Pentacles are about logic and finances. So we've received on the finance piece. It's like you got to believe it and then go out and create it. And also make sure that if you are that because this is worthiness too, right? So that you are receiving the money that matches your energy output. So we want to make sure that you're getting paid appropriately. You're getting paid enough. You're not overcharging. You're not undercharging. If you need to ask for a raise, we're going to ask for it. And making sure that that energy exchange matches. Okay. But then again, finally, the ideas, like those little like drop-ins, they're calling them. Please maybe start acting on those with this combination of the Queen of Swords. Letting them come to life, explore them a little bit, see what feels good, what doesn't feel good. There's so much pentacle energy here too with these two cards. And then we have a cup and a sword, but more so again, it's like bringing the dreams to life, creating the tangible feels really possible this week, but you have to believe that you can do it and that you deserve to have it once it's created. And maybe universe is just going to go, here you go. Are you going to take it? Right? It's like, maybe we'll be like, oh, no, it's okay. Take it, right? If someone offers to buy your coffee, thank you. Not, no, that's okay. Let me get yours. And you're like, wait, what the heck? How did that happen? Right? Where can you receive abundance this week? Financial, but in other ways as well. Time, help, energy. Can you go to bed earlier? Can you let someone pick up the milk that you forgot to buy or the eggs if you can find them? I don't know about you, but we have like no eggs here. There's ways that we can create. So understood. They're saying there's ways we can create the abundance we seek by being open to receiving it or letting others help us with it. But we have to know what abundance we seek. So where are you feeling lacking right now? How can we flip that on its head to what I am ready to receive? Not, I don't have this. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough money. To, I'm ready to receive more time. I'm ready to receive more energy. I'm ready to receive more money because I deserve it. And I truly believe that. That might take a little while to get to that point, but that's really what Queen of Pentacles is reminding you to focus on this week, okay? Okay. Dang, this is powerful stuff. I'm excited. And lastly, two queens, divine feminine. Where can we soften? Where can we lean into nurturing both ourselves and others? Love, like sensuality, joy, art, beauty, anything there. See where we can bring some of that into our life this week. Okay. All right, everyone. I'm sending so much love. I'm so happy that we got to connect today. Again, apologies, but Three of Pentacles says, we're all good as we are. So I'm good as I am. Thank you. Thank you to those little bees and flowers and sun and honey. If you feel called to donate to what I call the love jar, I will leave my PayPal donation link in the description box below. I see every single penny that comes my way. I see your name. I send you so much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so appreciated. I can't even begin to describe. And if you want to work with me in a one-on-one setting, all the links to do so will be in the description box below. Stay tuned on YouTube within the next week or so for a surprise. I'm really excited to share something that I've been working on literally for months. So I just finished it up. I just have to make sure that I did everything accurately, but I'm hoping to share that this week. And in the meantime, have a wonderful week. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And I will see you again next Monday.